Hey Taurus, I'm here with your weekly reading for April 29th through May 6th. All right, let's get into it. So we have the Shadowscapes Tarot, the Nature Spirits, Animal Spirits, and then Moonology, and then I was drawn to pull these Law of Attraction cards that are mainly for finance and money. I feel like I was just kind of drawn to these on the side, so we'll get to them. But let's get into your reading. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Hanged Man reversed. The Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Clear out the old. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And then my life is as good as I allow it to be. And money isn't everything, but ... All right, so what I'm feeling here is that with these two cards, you're getting your passion back. You're getting your fire back. Someone had, it might have been y'all, that had a reading that started off this way last week, just kind of getting your groove back, getting your power back. So this might be a continuation. I don't remember who it was. I feel like it was earlier in the week, so it could have been you. But I do feel like you are kind of taking on more of a fire energy as opposed to your earth energy. And when I say that, I mean you're just kind of getting things done. You're having fun. You're getting your fire back, getting your passion back. Because I feel like you've kind of been feeling stagnant, kind of just I feel like you've been the Hanged Man in the upright, where you've just been taking a chill pill type of thing, just kind of sitting back and trying to get a new perspective and figure out what you're wanting to do, maybe feeling a little stagnant, but that energy is over. You've either made a decision that you needed to, or got the perspective you wanted, or whatever it was. You could have just been waiting around for this fire energy to kind of hit you, and it has hit. And so I'm really liking these two cards for you. Actually, I'm really liking all of these cards for you. I do feel like this is starting out to be a very good reading. Peacock Spirit, let it shine. I feel like these two are really talking to each other. The Knight of Wands, he's a very magnetic type of thing, very attractive type of person. And he's definitely the knight that would, out of all of the knights, he's definitely the one who would be like, if he had peacock feathers, he would, strut his stuff. But it's just kind of like, strut your stuff, let you shine, let yourself shine. I do feel like you are kind of being more magnetic type of energy around you that's just kind of drawing people to you. And I really feel like it's because you have been working on lifting your vibration and what the energy that you're emitting out. And I feel like all the work you have been doing is starting to really show on the outside, like exterior to you. Clear out the old. You still have some things that probably cause this Hanged Man type of thing. You may still have, a few self-doubts or worries type of thing lingering around at the back of your mind. Like I said, I feel like you've just kind of recently got into this energy, either like last week or, towards the end of last week, because I really want to say this might have been your reading last week, but I really can't remember. But clear out the old. And I feel like that's what you have been doing, especially with spring, being here for a little while. I feel like you're kind of like, this could be physical too, not just emotional. So If you need a little bit of a jump start, start clearing out the clutter around you. Start freeing up the space around you, your environment. Also, you have the new moon coming out, but you have the new moon on May 2nd, I think. So this is a perfect time to purge all, purge what you can. So for the new moon, you can start working on, manifesting or calling in something new. Definitely still some plans that you need to make. This night energy, especially the Knight of Wands, is all, great and all. It's definitely an energy that pushes you forward. The downside of the Knight of Wands energy is that he doesn't always think before he acts, and he can always rush into a situation. So that's great that you want to follow your dreams. It's great that you have dreams. But don't completely, kind of morph into this Knight of Wands energy. Make sure that, you still have you here, full moon in Taurus, and you put the plan in place for, to achieve those dreams. So, and, I feel like this is you showing up in this reading too. So it's just like, don't completely embrace this this fire energy. Stay a little bit practical here, okay? Just getting to where you want to go, okay? Let the fire energy do that, but you need to rely on your earth energy to kind of set up the framework for you to get there. All right, and so I'm going to put these up. I haven't done these yet, but I'm going to. Like I said, I just kind of felt randomly like pulling those. I don't know if they really pertain to what we got going on here or not. So, like I said, you have the new moon coming up, so it's a perfect time to start trying to attract something new, to manifest something new, to create something new. So I feel like these cards will kind of help you. And if it's not money that you're really worried about, then just take, because these do focus mainly on money, replace, any money words with whatever you're trying to manifest or attract. So my life is as good as I allow it to be. Many people focus upon unwanted things with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance within them. And then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get results from their actions. So then they try harder by offering more action, but still things do not improve. Sorry, my allergies. We went camping this weekend. My allergies still haven't recovered. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life will simply be as good as you allow it to be. So I do believe this is talking back to the sort of kind of planning, not just relying on the action. Definitely releasing the old. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you're wanting to attract. Focusing on, there is something to be said with the emotions not lining up with the actions. Like, you have to kind of be in sync for it to really come to you. So, I feel like these are just kind of like some random advice that, especially with the new moon coming up and what you guys got going on, that y'all could use. So, money isn't everything, but you are right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience. But in your society, where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is a basic tenet of your being, then coming into alignment with money will help you establish a balanced footing that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience. Sorry, I'm getting all choked up. So, when I manifest, or I've really tried to stop manifesting the money, okay, because the money really isn't everything. The money is a tool, and so you really just need to kind of see money as a tool. allows you the freedom, and it allows you, you know, the money to do to have the experiences you want as far as going out and doing stuff. But it's just a tool. So this is kind of going back to the feeling. Align your feelings up with, you know, what you want and your actions. So instead of focusing on the money aspect, focus on what you want with it. This is what I've done, and it's helped a lot. Don't focus on the money. Don't be like, I want $500 so I can do this. Just focus on what you want to do, because by, you know, focusing on what the experience or whatever you're trying to manifest, there's emotions tied to that. And if you're attracting that in, the money part is going to be taken care of during you attracting that to you. Okay, so money is a tool. That's all it is, to get the things you want. So yeah, money isn't everything. I totally get what that card is saying, but you just need to look at it as a tool and focus on what you want with that money. I find that a whole lot easier in manifesting when you focus on what it is that you want, because then emotion is tied to that. And then you don't think, you know, when you're focusing on the money, there's so many, it's so easy to get caught up in the negative. Like, I don't have the money for this, I won't get the money for that type of thing. How am I going to get that money? Because sometimes, you know, especially I'm a Virgo, so money is like a big stressor for me. And, you know, I just focus on it a lot. And with y'all being earth signs, I feel like, you know, you can kind of relate. And so if you're worried about not having enough money, you know, it just kind of messes up your emotions, sort of. So if you just focus on, I want to go on a trip, you know, that's what I want, you know, the money's going to come when you're attracting it. It's going to find a way to get there, because you know, it's the tool that you need to get. And when you're manifesting, you're just manifesting the tools you need to get what you want, the end game. All right, I feel like I went off on a really, really long tangent. I'm sorry if I bored you to death. All right, so let's go ahead and do your general reading, and then we'll do love. But I did notice most of the signs last week were working on themselves, so it might be the whole Jupiter retrograde type of thing. But let's see what's going on with Taurus for April 29th through May 6th. What is Taurus's focus, obstacle, advice, and potential outcome, please and thank you. Taurus. All right, we have Page of Wands coming up again. All right, so this is definitely looking good. You did have the Four of Swords come out, so I'm just going to go ahead and clarify all of this, and then we'll read it. I feel like it might go quicker that way instead of me kind of reading it twice. But I do notice that the Page of Wands is here as your focus, and especially when I see this side, I feel like this is like the Phoenix, and that's always what draws my attention, is that you're definitely focused on this fire energy you got right now. All right, and you're going through a transition. You're rising, you know, from the ashes of something that has left, you know, you had to leave behind, that ended, whatever. So, you know, in a way, it's kind of like this is the after, you know, the beginning of after a tower moment type of thing. So, Taurus, let's clarify the Page of Wands here for Taurus's focus. Clarify the Page of Wands. The Sun reversed. All right. Why is the Six of Wands here as the obstacle? Why is the Six of Wands here as the obstacle? All right, interesting. The underlayers of all of this. Why is the Five of Cups here as the advice? Please and thank you. Eight of Swords. Why is the Fool here as the potential outcome? Okay, so so some of this I feel with some of these cards here and kind of the back and forth energy I see here, some of you I feel like are, while I do feel like you are getting your mojo back, you are getting your motivation, you're getting your fire, you're getting your passion, all of that back. I do believe that's true for the most part. However, I do feel like some of you are kind of faking it until you make it, which that's my motto in life, okay? That's how I manifest, is I fake it till I make it, okay? So it's kind of like just living as if. And so that's really what I see here, because there's a lot of undercurrents here that while some of them are good, like especially this Eight of Swords, but that's in your advice. So you have this new fire, you're rising from the ashes, but you're still not very happy. You know, you still haven't found the joy and the true happiness yet. It might be that you don't even know, that you're not entirely sure what makes you happy anymore. And so that's not a bad thing. That's just, in a way, you just rediscovering yourself, but you've got the passion, the energy there to do the work to find what does make you happy, especially with this being the night side, the nighttime side of the page, and the vice versa. The nighttime does, in most cases, indicate like an internal spiritual type of message. So I just feel like you're trying to find your sun again. You're trying to find the sun. I mean, it is kind of interesting that this is the night. He's kind of off in the search. And then, you know, that's what he's searching for, is the sun, his sun. And so that's your focus, is just finding your joy, finding your happiness. This has been you. Okay, you've been, so, you know, the rest, the retreat, healing type of thing, the battle was fought, and, you know, you may not have won. And in fact, your obstacle had the victory card here, but it's your obstacle, and then you have it clarified by the Three of Swords. So I'm feeling that this, if you are feeling victorious, which I don't feel like you are, in fact, I'm feeling like you feel, I feel like most of you, I feel like maybe some of you might be feeling victorious over this heartbreak. But some of, I feel like the most of you, it still hurts. You know, it still hurts. It's still deep, and it's still there. You're definitely not feeling victorious over that. In fact, I feel like some of you don't know how to beat the heartbreak type of thing, to win over the heartbreak. So that's what I see with the obstacle. Some of you may be feeling victorious over it, feeling like you're finally moving past it, but with it being on the obstacle, I feel like it's more on the surface as opposed to deep within, finally feeling like you've moved on. Because your advice is to actually move on. Five of Cups. You still have something here. You still have something to work with, to move forward on. You don't have anything here. And take the blindfold off. The situation isn't as bad as it seems. Take the blindfold off, and you know, and get out of the binds and just walk away. It's time to move on. And take that new leap of faith, okay? I do feel like a lot of you do get here, okay? I do feel like you get to this point because, like I said, I feel like a big faking it till you making it energy here, or acting as if. Like I said, that's a good thing. I think that's fantastic for you. But you take a new leap of faith, all right? But we still have the Death card here. So with it being in the reverse, I just don't... You take the big leap of faith, but I still feel like there's something kind of like unfinished business. Doesn't quite end. Doesn't mean it's not. Like I said, it's a week time span, so I feel like there's still something that might kind of come back, or that you have to deal with, even though you're moving forward. You know, you're taking that leap of faith and leaving it behind. So I don't feel like that's your energy. I feel like it's something external to you is gonna like try and be like, come back. I don't feel like you. I don't feel like you accept it though. I feel like you're. I ain't moving backwards. Nope, nope, nope. All right, let's get into your love reading. Let's get into your love reading. Love for Taurus for April 29th through May 6th. April 29th through May 6th for my Tauruses in love. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What messages do you have? All right, so some of you may be getting married or meeting someone that does have the long-term, you know, the long-term commitment possibility. I feel like these are separate. Okay, some of you, they might be both, but here with the passion, this is the Page of Wands energy I'm feeling. So you may be, you know, you may be getting all of this kind of fiery energy from someone that came in that kind of reignited your passion. I do feel like these are separate messages, so take what works and leave what doesn't. All right, let's get into your love reading. Taurus, April 29th through May 6th. April 29th through May 6th, Taurus. April 29th through May 6th. All right. 3 cards for the recent past. No. Yeah. Guess we're doing it that way now. King of Wands, Hermit, Ten of Swords. So yeah, you were definitely hurt, betrayed. Something ended. Could have been with a Virgo or a fire sign, but I'm feeling that this is you. You kind of, something ended, you went off, and you went off on your own. You went to be by yourself. You... King of Wands energy, it could have been you were with a fire sign that was very controlling, or you know, even after the situation was over and, you know, it was almost like they were still trying to control you, possibly. I'm hearing toxic, but not quite, because we don't have the Devil card here. But, you know, I'm feeling like this is still the past, so either maybe you tried to control the situation, but I don't feel like that. I feel like it drained you, it defeated you, you know, it completely made you hit rock bottom type of thing. And so you went off by yourself, and I think that made the other person kind of like try to come back and control you, because I feel like it drove them nuts. I feel like it drove them nuts that you weren't, instead of like begging to be back with them, you know, they wanted you to stay down or whatever. And you were just like, no, I'm going off by myself. You were done. Why would I just feel like this is the result, and these are the two energies. This is how you reacted, and this is how they reacted. And I don't feel like it was good. Like I said, I feel like they were really controlling, or tried to, but you weren't having any of it. So let's see what your current energy is. Too many cards. What's the current energy? 3 cards. These cards are so sticky. So we have the Moon in reverse. 2 more cards. Two more cards. One more. Okay, so the Moon, I feel like this is current energy. Either things came to light, some secrets came out possibly, or maybe there was a problem or something that came out. But I feel like, you know, this is current, so I feel like this week or last week, you know, something came out, a secret or something. And I don't feel like it had much of an effect on you. You may have been a little bit more defensive and just had your guard up type of thing and been willing to fight if you had to. But really, this is where I see you. Like, I feel like you went from the Hermit, taking time to yourself, to, you know what, the Nine of Pentacles, which if you're single, this is a fantastic card, because, you know, you're happy, you're content, you are, you know, you have found your happiness, you found your joy, you don't need anybody else to make you happy, because you make you happy. And so I feel like something came out, but I almost feel like it tried to drag you back in, but it doesn't matter. It didn't matter, because this is where you are. You are like, you're good. You're good. All right? And might be this person that's kind of from the past that's wanting to fight, but I feel like, you know, this is almost really just you feeling like, you know, I'll fight you if I have to, because I'm not going to ruin what I got now for anybody, you know, but I'm going to fight to keep what I have. But I'm getting a few different things for that. So take that however that resonates. You just might, you know, you just might be defensive. I don't feel like it's a bad thing, though. In the near future, you have the Emperor reversed. So kind of the King of Wands energy in the reversed, controlling, over-controlling, definite. You know, this could be Aries energy, but it's definite, definitely feeling something. Either you're trying to over-control the situation, but I feel like somebody else is that comes in. Maybe that might have been why you went from feeling so good to yourself, you know, good about being single, that you're feeling defensive. It could be that a fire sign or an Aries came in, and you're you know, you just have your guard up around them. Again, it could, if it's a fire sign, it could be this person that's trying to come, you know, just trying to mess with you. I don't feel like they're trying to come back. If they are, I just feel like they're kind of pissed off that you're so happy. And so they're just trying to mess with you is really what I'm feeling for some of you. And here they are again, like really trying to mess with you. They upped their game. They went from King of Wands to the Emperor. But it's not, I don't feel like it has an effect on you. Let's see. No, there's still going to be change. There's still going to be movement forward. You're still moving forward at a fast pace. Okay? You're still doing good. Still doing, like, I feel like this is you. You did what you needed to do. Okay? With all of this, you did what you needed to do. And I almost feel like these cards around you are trying to mess with you, either in the past or in, you know, the future or the current energy, and you're like, you can keep trying, but I'm good. So, one more card for, oh, there it went flying. It went flying. Two of Pentacles. So you're going to be moving forward. Things are going to be moving forward fast, quickly. Things are going to change quickly. Again, you've had a lot of Wands energy here. The Two of Pentacles reversed. It makes sense, so I don't feel like this is a bad thing. But things, you know, with all this sudden change, all this fast change, you're just going to kind of not be super stable. You're not going to feel super balanced, okay? Some of you might need to make a choice about something, you know, because it is a two. The twos do sometimes represent a choice needing to be made. I feel like you make it if it needs to be done, you know, but I just feel for the most part when I see the Two of Pentacles, especially in the reverse, it's like you're just feeling not balanced. You know, you may be having money concerns, but I don't know if that's really it. I just feel like with the Eight of Wands before it, things move so fast, it leaves you a little off balance, which I don't feel like is a bad thing in this case. Like all your negative cards that you got in this reading, I don't feel like they're negative. I just feel like they're part of the process and you get it. All right, I'll pull a few cards for advice. And then, sorry, Tauruses. I always make their videos so long because I don't know, I get chatty in their videos. Sorry about that. I get so chatty sometimes. Or it might just be Monday from the weekend of not doing readings, and it could be that too. All right, we got some advice for my Tauruses. What advice do we have for my Tauruses? Ace of Wands. I don't feel like you should start anything new with I don't feel like you should start anything new with that fire sign or that King of Wands and Emperor energy that we got reversed. I feel like you'll know who it is. And I feel like the Hierophant is here telling you you don't need to learn anything else about this person or situation. You really don't need to know anything else about it. Because especially in this deck, the Hierophant really just talks to me more about knowledge as opposed to the traditional meaning of being traditional. And so I feel like it's just, you don't really need to know anything else about the situation. Look, all major arcana, judgment. It's judgment. Somebody's not acting. Queen of Wands. Let's see. The Judgment. I'm getting a few different things here. feel like that one kind of wants to come out too. So, Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Judgment reversed, you know, there's nothing new to be gained from the situation. So don't bother trying to search for anything more about the situation. I feel like you know everything you need to know. There's nothing new. And with the Judgment, I feel like the advice here for some of you is that, and I feel like you already know it, you know, starting something new with that fire energy that was in your love reading, not your energy that was in the general reading. It's just, it's not going to be balanced. It's not a smart decision, okay? So just don't act too fast with anything. And I'm kind of getting, and for most of you, whether that first part kind of resonated with you or not, don't make any decisions. Don't make any final clear-cut decisions about anything right now. But definitely act on the up and up, whatever you do, okay? Be honest. Be open. You know, don't hold everything close to, you know, just be open. Just be honest about what you're feeling, about what you're thinking, you know? Be like, no, I don't want to do that because I feel like I'm going to get screwed. Or just be honest and open about it. And just stay here in your Queen of Wands energy. You did start off as a page. I feel like you kind of move into the Queen of Wands where you get very courageous. You find your own power, you know, that type of thing. Confidence, that's the word. You get very confident. This is all in building up your confidence, and there's been a lot of fire. So I almost feel like a lot of you were dealing with a fire sign as well. And so it's almost like you had to kind of adapt the fire energy to move on, you know, to not only move on, but kind of be able to battle fire with fire, but not in a bad way. You do it in just you're just trying to preserve yourself, you know. Don't be greedy, don't be stingy, and like I said, be open. Don't hold it all in. Let it be known, okay? Be like, don't beat around the bush. Just be blunt about it, okay? All right, Taurus, that is your extremely long reading. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Monday.